Key challenges and keys for success. Understanding which aspects make the essay so difficult. These are some of the common concerns of CFA Level 3 candidates. I'm not sure what to write for that essay section. This is a widely shared concern among candidates. The reason, as you will see later, is a lack of official directions around this matter. I did a mock exam. How do I know my answers are correct? I can't grade my own responses. This is another major obstacle. If you don't have a clear point of reference on how to write an essay, how are you going to grade it? If you are one of those lucky few with CFA charter holders in your professional circle, then they can help. However, for most students, this is not their reality. I know the material, but still I didn't pass. Why? This is someone who read all materials thinking that's the only thing you need to pass level 3. You kind of knew there was something else but couldn't figure out what it was. It feels as if a train hit you and you don't even know where it came from. Here's an interesting statistic which, by the end of this video, will make perfect sense to you. 96% of candidates did better in item sets than in the essays. Let's move on and find out why this is the case. Why is the essay section such a major challenge? There's little guidance on how to answer essay questions. You don't know what a good answer looks like. Self-grading without guidance may not be effective. The first challenge is figuring out how you're supposed to answer essay questions. The official mock essays provide example answers to questions. They are usually long descriptions like the one you can see here. This official answer has the right content, but it's far from the right format. Long answers help you understand the concept, but this is not how you answer on exam day. You could never write that much without running out of time. In other words, they tell you what to answer, but not how to answer. The next challenge you face is that you don't know what a good answer looks like. This is because grading keys are never made available to candidates. The grading keys are the documents that graders use to evaluate your essay. Something like an answer key or guideline they receive from the CFAI to tell them what an answer should address to receive points. Based on that key, the grader determines how many points you receive for your answers. Since grading keys are not available to candidates, candidates never know with absolute certainty how points are awarded or how their answers will be judged or evaluated. Last but not least, if you practice mock exams, how will you grade your own answers if you don't have a grading key and you don't know what constitutes a good answer? Writing is subjective in nature. Unlike multiple choice questions where students can accurately self-grade their own responses, in the essay section, candidates may not always be 100% sure their answers are correct. Of course, self-grading on mock exams is possible, but how effective is it without proper guidance? Despite the fact that essay questions can be answered in multiple ways, remember you are still taking a standardized test. Graders must follow a standardized grading process that is governed by the Institute. It's understanding these subtle and unspoken, often many times ambiguous rules that a large part of your success depends on. This is a key issue that we tackle in the Essay Checkmate course. At level 3, it's important to first understand that you're not only taking an exam, but you are playing a game with everybody else. At level 3, the key elements for success are knowledge, judgment, and essay strategy. And if this is the only thing that you remember, it will be worth many times the minutes you spent watching this video. In order to beat this game, you need to master each of these elements: knowledge, judgment, and essay strategy. Knowledge. Knowledge is basically about learning the curriculum. You do this by actively covering the books, theories, and concepts covered in level 3. For most candidates, this is not a problem. After all, you've done all this before. We trust you will do it again, and so will everybody else. Judgment. Judgment is the key skill the Level 3 exam seeks to measure. As we mentioned before, Level 3 focuses on portfolio management, where decisions don't always follow specific formula or sequence of steps. You will develop this skill primarily by practicing mock exams. Why? Because doing that will force you to show your deep understanding of the material. Improving your understanding is hard without knowing how to answer, which brings us to essay strategy. Essay strategy. Essay strategy is more about the exam than the materials. It refers to a systematic approach to deliver your responses and grade yourself. Unfortunately, candidates spend most of their time covering the material, a little too late if ever they realise there is something else needed, and that is essay strategy. Essay strategy, as with knowledge and judgment, is critical, yet most candidates seem to miss this third piece. Without it, the game is more likely to beat you than you are likely to beat the game.